You can't choose your partner and then follow them around the store like they stole something because you don't trust them. Like, it's one or
Right.
the other. You could ask clarifying questions when you're curious about something, but to automatically label them as this person that means you harm, it
Right.
means that you skipped a lot of vetting.
Hi, I'm Cullen.
And I'm Elitia, your favorite relationship coaches at Win Love Works Dynamically, where we teach you how to love smart, lead with intention, and build a relationship that actually works.
That's right. So today we're breaking down the 3 must-have skills that every couple needs to stay emotionally connected and in sync.
Now, you might be wondering why connection drifts in the first place. Life gonna keep on lifing. So life is one. The routine, the responsibilities, the family, everything gets on the calendar. And when all of that happens, disconnection creeps in quietly.
Yep. Yep. And I'm gonna say this to you: couples usually don't break up because of big blow-ups and stuff like that. It's usually because of neglect and things falling apart. And remember, you have to be a priority to one another. When you stop being a priority to each other, that's to be you're dating where the start of the fall is happening.
Yeah, that drift is going to set in on that date that you stop prioritizing one another. Connection must be protected and prioritized.
Right.
It can't just be assumed. Don't ever get comfortable with I got my person. Listen, at Win Love Works Dynamically, we want you to remember connection.
No, you can be comfortable with saying you have your person, but it's always going to be
nurturing,
evolving work. You're going to be, that's the beauty and excitement of it. You continue to get to grow and figure it out and work together. It's designed to bring the two of you together. It's not there for your comfort, believe it or not. It's there for you reaching your highest level and coming into consciousness.
Yeah, individually and collectively.
And then when you do that, that's when you find the great comfort that comes on the other side. Because now you've evolved to that place where where circumstances don't dictate how happy you are.
Yeah, you got your person, you know one another. At Win Love Works Dynamically, we understand and we want you to really embody the fact that connection won't maintain itself. You have to put in work to maintain it. It has to be purposeful.
So, the first skill that's going to help you stay connected is having emotional availability. So that's skill 1.
Yeah, being present with your partner in the moment is so important. Like, again, we know life happens. We know you are employed. We know you have a ton of things on your calendar. But present in a moment is your partner seeing and feeling you and being with you, being.
Let me tell you something. If you change the paradigm, and it's when I first met her, and there was a chance that I could sit down and she starts talking, and I learned everything I want to know about her to be a player in her life, that would be the best day that ever happened to me at that stage of the game. But fast forward a year later, 2 years later, a lot of people don't see it that way. But I'm going to tell you, it's really that simple. Go in and listen. I don't want to say simple, but it involves that thing. Go in and recognize the value of somebody sharing what them open themselves up to you.
Yeah.
Look, you can come and work with us for years and not get the same intel that you're going to get from talking directly to somebody.
Yeah.
And I know that seems like I'm shooting myself in the foot here, but what I'm saying is you'll get more specialized information from coming to us. You'll learn how to fix the car. Coming to her, you'll learn how to fix this car.
Yeah.
You'll learn how to use this car. You'll learn how to work on this car.
So when you're emotionally available, you are not just hearing your partner, you're listening to understand, to master them. You're checking in with them beyond the surface level. How are you really feeling? What is going with you? Because I'm customizing how I love you for you. So emotional availability is that safety, that empathy, and that priority.
That's right. The feedback, here's the thing, and I especially harping here because that feedback is where you're going to find a lot of power from. And it's a treasure trove of information that's going to come from that feedback. But here's the warning. Some people in relationships, they can't fathom the thought of their partner seeing them lesser than perfect or great or whatever the case may be. let me tell you this, get over it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
She loves you, he loves you. Get past it, listen to it. The feedback is going to really be helpful to get you over the hump. If you learn from them, you can always make adjustments, and the two of you can come together and collaborate on how you want to actually work together around that issue. But that feedback is your friend.
In order to practice that first skill, we recommend that you to create some 10-minute emotional check-in where it is distraction-free. You two are eye to eye, sitting next to each other, sitting facing one another, but near one another. You have the space for one another during this time. So do that at least once a week.
The second skill to help you stay connected is intentional communication. So,
listen.
Remember we said one of the best things that you could possibly do is to have conversation when there's not an issue.
Yes.
Come and talk to your person. Express yourself without blame, shame, or shutdown. If you get in a habit to where your partner is accustomed to the two of you have the conversation, if it's tons of positive interactions, then that is going to be the thing that they associate communicating with.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how important that is.
Yeah.
There are so many people that once you say, look, I want to talk, they're like, oh man, here we go.
Shoulders drop, stress levels, anxiety goes up. And then we hear a lot of the you statements. You did this. Well, in this skill, as you're building this skill, we want you to use I statements. I didn't like when you did. I feel that this is coming up for me. It's going to be very important for you to develop that skill of intentional communication with the I statements, and make sure that you are asking questions and not just assuming or mind reading. You may be thinking the way they walked in the house and turned their face was because you did something. Ask the question, hey honey, I noticed when you coming home, I didn't get my normal kiss. Is everything okay? Asking someone a question, especially the person you chose, is going to do a couple things. It's going to remind them that you believe the best about them first. Like you believe good intent first. And it's going to eradicate the whole blaming and you assuming the worst. You want to make sure that you're asking and not assuming.
That's right. There seems to be, I think most of the people that are, have that issue, it's usually something that they just haven't resolved from their past. And I'm gonna tell you like this: it's better for you to err on the side of believing what your partner actually says they're doing, as opposed to saying, "Oh no, you ain't getting over on me. That looks like this, so that's what that is." What's the negative of you saying, just agreeing with what they said, but then asking all the same questions?
All the clarification.
You can still ask all the same clarifying questions without indicting them and blaming them and jumping to conclusions. That if you're wrong, it's just not going to go well. So when, like my wife said, her early days, some of the relationships prior to mine were pretty, they were rough. And so my wife is super smart. So there were times when I came in and I was sharing something with her and it was this and she thought it was that. So she automatically jumped to the conclusion that it was that. And I had to have the same conversation, and I'm so grateful that she was receptive to it. I had to let her know, number one, you're wrong, and I can show you and prove that this is what my thought process was. But I just want to, instead of that, I just want to take advantage of this teachable moment and just help you to understand that where's the benefit in you indicting me when you can actually, just all the things I just said, you can actually still come to me and discuss your concern without throwing me under the bus.
Because it basically came across like I was treating him like a criminal. And one of the analogies we use when we work with our members is, you can't choose your partner and then follow them around the store like they stole something because you don't trust them. Like, it's one or the other. You could ask clarifying questions when you're curious about something, but to automatically label them as this person that means you harm, it means that you skipped a lot of vetting. Go back to that. But you can't choose your person and then now keep on accusing them or blaming them or keep thinking about this ill intent. One of the things that we love about this skill is that you're ever evolving with that person. So to get better at this skill, we invite you to listen to learn. not just to respond. And I know that may be hard, but we have 2 ears and 2 lips on our 1 mouth. But if we listen to hear what our partner is saying and become genuinely curious about them, believe me, you will grow together. But what is more important is you're going to learn about their evolution. Because as you're listening and curious about them, you're going to ask questions like, oh, honey, this is different from how we used to do it. What changed? And now you're going to learn that because they grew, or because their body changed, or because they got this age on them, they're doing things different versus you listening to just chop them down.
I can say this: when you listen to people, you actually have way more breakthroughs than you ever would. I mean, everybody thinks being the great communicator is the thing that pays the highest dividends. Not true. Somebody told me a long time ago, the listener is the most popular person at the party. And I think that's applicable across all things, because you know what you know, but when you listen and you find out about people, now you're in a position to serve better. You're able to actually operate better, especially when you're talking about your partner.
Yeah.
Relationships are all about serving.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what does a waiter do? A waiter comes, and the good waiters listen to everything you have to say. They're not telling you about their life and how they like their steak. They're asking you how you like your steak.
Yeah.
And yeah, so super important.
Listen, thriving couples don't just talk. They communicate with purpose, with clarity, and with care.
Yeah. So the third skill to stay connected is a shared vision alignment. Why this is so great is because this is basically the theme of your life story, basically.
Yeah.
So checking in. I hate saying this should get you excited, but it should get you excited.
Yeah, it does.
It's the theme, and to be able to check back in and say, are we still good with this? Are we still talking about? We still want to retire at this time. We still want to have kids. We still want to do this. Whatever it is. Yeah. What's more exciting than talking about your dream?
You're going to stay connected because it helps you. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Because staying connected in this way keeps you closer to that why you're in a relationship. It keeps you closer to that who you know your partner to be. But more importantly, like Cullen said, it keeps you closer to the what you know your partnership to be. Like every union, every couple is uniquely able to bring something beautiful to this world. And so this shared vision in this skill, you'll know the why you're serving, the who you're serving with, and then your union, what it's going to do for the world.
It's also,
that's exciting to me.
Yeah, me too. It's also an opportunity. What I love about this as well is it's an opportunity to be grateful for the things that you've already accomplished. Because, like we said earlier, it's kind of the world we live in. It's kind of what makes, it's, you're on
always on the wheel.
Yeah, you're on that wheel. And this allows you to actually do the audit of where you are and all the things you've accomplished.
Yeah. Sharing the vision and being aligned on the goals, the values, and your life plans is so important. And you don't have to guess about how to do it. We actually, in our book, Love Literacy, walk you through our relationship profile. And we actually have another section dedicated to a relationship audit where you are being very intentional by yourself and with your partner about those goals, those values, those life plans. Similarly, if you're a Love Leader member, we walk you through the process. So we don't skip any step because we want to make sure that you two are updating this profile and that you know one another. So get a copy of Love Literacy and join the membership to complete it. We want to share what to do if you've drifted apart. No judgment. Remember, at When Love Works Dynamically, this is judgment free. We were the first clients, so we struggled with this ourselves first, and now we uniquely help you to accelerate your transformation so you don't have to struggle. Yep. So it's okay if you're disconnected. You can reconnect. There is still time. You're still in it. So let's get to work.
Good place to start, gratitude. There are tons of things that you take for granted. Most of us do. It's just kind of the culture that we're in, unfortunately. It's just the culture that we're in. It doesn't mean it has to be your culture within your home or within your life. You get to take that back. Start with gratitude.
Yeah.
And that right there is going to put a smile on your face. It's going to remind you of all the amazing things that are already working, that are already happening, things that once were a challenge, things that you even felt were a long shot, and now that you're experiencing. So
I think about when we had like an event and Cullen couldn't attend that one event. But when I think about it, even instead of making that negative or that missed opportunity be something that caused us to drift apart, when you start with gratitude, you're going to remember, oh, my partner may have missed this one, but I'm grateful for all the other times my partner was there for me. And so starting with gratitude is so important if you've already drifted. The second thing you could do is be vulnerable. Say, listen, I don't even feel connected to you and I really miss you. I miss us. I miss this. They have to know that you are human and you don't feel the connection that was once there. They cannot read your mind. So be what we call a love leader and initiate that conversation, because the second part of getting back together is to share your vulnerability.
That's right. It's okay for, even if you got emotional and you were a little upset about it. If you come behind it and you're vulnerable about it and genuinely just honest about, look, I just miss you. And I know I snapped at you this morning. I am so sorry for that. Please accept my apology. Move on. Be vulnerable. There's nothing that, nothing that you can't back your way out of. I mean, that type of thing they'll understand.
Yeah. And number 3, to reconnect, is to use the instance that you would normally highlight and break down the criticism and tell your partner about all the things they did wrong. Just accept that we're human. We're going to make mistakes. Your partner will disappoint you. You will disappoint your person. But flip it. Share excitement to reconnect. Yes, I miss you, boo, but I'm so happy. Here's some things I'm thinking about to reconnect us. Like, be overly excited about that reconnection. And it's going to, that energy that you bring is going to translate to your partner. And now you two are collaborating on how to reconnect.
Let me tell you, sensitivity in a relationship is a superpower.
Yes, it is. We have a whole section in the book dedicated to it.
There's, your partner so well that there are things that they don't even have to communicate to you. You can pick up the body language, all that stuff, and know exactly what's going on. Stuff I will miss, you will see in your partner. But sensitivity also, there's, the side effect of it is sometimes, it can have you, react emotionally in ways that might not be so great. So, like she said earlier, leverage those negative instances into a positive.
Yes. Get excited about it.
Yeah, get excited about reconnecting and own your part. If things come off the rail, just own your part. The worst thing that can happen is for you to now become defensive about it and defend a mistake you made or defend going off the rails.
Use these 3 skills that we just now shared as your toolkit. Put them in your toolbox, not a test. We want them to be a part of your relationship building practice. We want you to get so good that you're out here a love leader that we're cheering on.
So if you want to get deeper into these 3 skills, reach out to us.
We have a Love Leader membership that we are inviting you to join. It's a virtual community where you get the coaching, you get the step-by-step roadmap, you get clarity and confidence in your love practice. Sign up for a consultation to see if we're a good fit. We can't wait to have you.
See you in the next video.